standing with our feet just sort of hip width apart, and we're just going to start shaking into the right arm and sending our attention to the bones, the deepest, densest part of the body, the bones, part of the water element. And we're going to send our attention to the bones of the right thumb. And first finger. And middle finger. Third finger. Little finger. All the bones of our right hand and right wrist, opening up all those little spaces between the bones, up the forearm to the elbow, and up to the shoulder, opening up the whole of the shoulder joint, the front, the back, underneath, the top, really opening up that whole shoulder joint, shaking the arm out 3 times. Good. And then sending our attention to our left thumb, the bones of the left thumb. And first finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, bones of the whole hand and wrist, and up to the elbow and shoulder, opening up the whole shoulder joint. And shaking the arm out 3 times. Circle our head around, left, bottom, right, up. Just slowly, slowly. Good, and round the other way. Good, and back to the front. Pushing our weight into our left foot. We're going to be standing on our left foot, so making sure that the weight is evenly spread on the left foot. Coming up onto the toes of the right foot and give them all a good stretch. Folding the toes over and give them a stretch that way. Good. Taking all the way into your left foot. See if you can lift the right leg without holding on to anything, but have it there if you need it. I'm going to do 10 rotations of the ankle in one direction. And 10 the other direction. And then 5 one direction into the knee. Trying to balance yourself if you can. And 5 the other way. Taking that up into the hip, we'll do 3 one way. And 3 the other way. And changing sides, planting the weight into your right foot, coming up onto the toes of the left and stretching all the toes out. Folding the toes over, And you're giving them a good stretch that way. Really grounding yourself through your right foot, staring at something ahead and below that's stationary if necessary, lifting the foot up. I'm going to circle the ankle 10 times one way. And 10 times the other way. And then taking that into the knee 5 times one way, keeping the hip joint still. And 5 times the other way. Taking that up into the hip joint 3 times one way. And 3 times the other way. Shaking the leg out. Good. We're going to give our kidneys a good warm up, a good rub. Good. Feet a little bit more than hip width apart, softness in the knees. And we'll just start doing some gentle twists. Just allowing the lower back to warm up. And coming up a little bit higher, the back hand taps the opposite kidney. Then coming up, hands to shoulder height. And if your neck's okay, keep your head still. Moving your head again. Arms down to mid-height. And down to your sides, just allowing that to soften. And gradually come back to a stillness.